Hello! Welcome to the latest edition of Shiny New Toys. I am here with Ash, and I am James, coming to you live from Guard Tower Studios at Guard Tower West. We have quite a few really amazing goodies to share with you today.
I'm gonna try to not showcase which ones are my favorites, but I'm pretty excited.
I don't know that I really have a favorite. We'll see. All right, so off camera today we have with us the lovely Hannah. Say hi, Hannah.
Hi.
And she is going to be handing us this bevy of wonderful shiny new toys today. What are we going to start with today, Hannah?
Heroclix.
All right, so we are going to look at the new Heroclix stuff that just came out recently.
We have a whole stack.
All right.
Thank you.
So do you want to show the first thing?
Okay, we've got
Look, we've got all these cameras we can set things in front of.
Superman. Up, and away!
Superman. We have the two Black Panthers. I'm gonna use these side cameras. You want to put it in front of that one?
There we go.
This one has. Oh wow. He almost looks like Magneto. But anyway, here you go. These are Heroclix, and this is the starter set. And we are going to open up this starter set and show you what is in it. You want to open it?
Yes. Maybe it's my knife.
How about you put Superman a little farther over there so people can behold Superman.
Yep.
It's like Christmas.
You shouldn't have.
All right,
Got
so
some classics.
what we have inside, if you want to pull those out, I will show these off to the camera.
You're pulling that, I guess.
I'm talking about those things.
I think. Okay.
So if you are familiar with Heroclix, you will recognize how the bases all work for the game. And who is this? Is this War Machine? No, it's that guy from Ant-Man, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Yes, it's the Blue Beetle. The first one up is the Blue Beetle. I'm not sure how well anybody can see him, so I'm gonna sit him right on top of this. That is Blue Beetle.
There we go.
Next to Blue Beetle, we have Wonder Woman. Followed by one of my favorites. And he is in there good.
It is Blue Beetle. We have his cards.
I'm gonna have to actually cut this.
Interesting. So there's an advanced card and a basic card for the same characters.
All right. And that's Heroclix.
You can tell what I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. And then we have Superman, and then I accidentally popped him off the base, and I'm gonna have to glue him back together because he was fastened in there so tight. We have Batman. Hey, Jared, can you hand me the glue? So every once in a while, we accidentally bust something, but whoops. Batman was in there very, very well and was held in by something extra, and
You were just so enthused.
he just died.
Couldn't contain yourself.
Hope this one actually binds it. We will see. So why don't you show off some of those cards to the camera real quick?
So we've got Blue Beetle here. The advanced card, basic card. So I see these abilities here.
When you like his
trying to check
advanced
them.
form or something.
Yeah, if Blue Beetle is 75 points, use this card. The Scarab. Once per game, when Blue Beetle would
We're
take
gonna have to
3 or
use
more
the gel.
damage, you may choose he takes no
Can you
damage
swipe that off?
instead.
Put gel on it.
So the basic card says when Blue Beetle uses it to reroll an attack roll, he may choose to reroll a single die in that roll. The other die remains the same. Okay, and then these numbers here.
That's
to
really
be
pretty.
Consistent.
Yep.
Cool.
So if you are a Heroclix fan, you will, I think that you'll like these. They're pretty neat, especially if you're into both Marvel and DC. We have 2 DC and 2 Marvel characters. Beautiful.
It is. I like these dice. What a little bat logo.
Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, even get the little mat. So inside of the beginner's box, you have a map, which I will unfold. Can you move those over for me?
Yes.
Try to get these people a nice view of the map. So you have a big old map. You also have the starter set instruction book. So if you don't know how to play, you can learn pretty easily. If you are in Columbus, Ohio, you are welcome to come over to Guard Tower East or West, and we can teach you how to play.
Smoke screen.
That's hilarious. All right, this is wonderful. We have so much to go through today, though. We are going to move on to the next thing. So let's pack up the Heroclix. And I'm going to try and put these back in. See this little thing here? Mm-hmm. That is so strong that it actually broke Batman's leg just getting it out of there. Just be careful when you open yours that you don't break Batman. I'm actually just going to like set these in here loosely and pass these back to Hannah.
That's a great call. Thank you for your help, Hannah.
Of course.
I'll just hand it over. We'll deal with it later. Let's keep it rolling. What else do we got? What do you got for me, Hannah?
Next up is Bolt Action.
Bolt Action. Now here at Guard Tower West, where our studio is located, we have a pretty thriving Bolt Action community. They meet on Sundays. They pretty much fill up our game room for a few hours.
Ooh.
This is the starter set for Bolt Action. As with most miniatures games, you're going to need to paint your own minis. But let's open up this starter box and see what's in it.
Yep.
You can find these in the Bolt Action section, which sounds silly, but there is its own section. It's not just thrown in with any other wargaming stuff. It is over towards the east side of the store. If you ask anybody, they can point it out to you. Don't be so careful. You're not going to save the plastic.
I don't want to break Batman.
Well, I'm assuming that the plastic wrapper isn't held on with, you know, shackles of eternity. It wouldn't break. So as you can see on here, if you look in the center cam below us, just like most of your miniatures games, everything comes on its own sprue. So you will have to use the tools that we do sell the tools here for it, sprue cutters. The sprue line removal tool is really good from Citadel.
The Citadel snips are work like butter.
They really do. But you can see it's very pretty terrain. What if I can get can you see that well enough? Hey Jared, how's that showing up to you in there?
Maybe present it over?
No.
What if you put your hands behind it?
I don't know.
I'll
Here.
hold it.
Hey Hannah, can you hold this in front of that other camera for me so people can see what the sprues look like? If you've ever done any kind of modeling, there we go, got a nice close-up. That's some of the terrain that comes with it. And there's another sprue of terrain, there's another sprue of bases. Then here's where the cool part is. These are your army figurines, and this is based on World War II. So you will find American forces, German forces, and this particular one, who does it say we have?
Does it say on the song?
I'm not sure.
Starter set, recruit, assemble, paint, battle.
And these look like U.S. servicemen outfits, so I'm going to assume it's U.S. and Germany is most likely. These are really cool miniatures. So here, why don't you trade me? Show off all the little equipment pieces. So you can customize your soldiers to a degree. And then it also comes with a play mat. These are two-sided. One side is just grass, and the other side, does it disappear? Oh, it almost disappears.
It does say.
We're using a green screen, so this isn't actually gray. It's actually green.
That's funny.
Isn't it?
It does specify German grenadiers
Okay, yeah, so
and
it's
U.S. Rangers.
U.S. forces versus German forces. And I'm afraid I'm going to mess this up. Oh, there's how it goes.
It's like holding an atlas.
It is.
Do you have
So-
any more of these I can?
Yeah. I mean, this other one I believe is very close. Oh, these are German heads. Okay, that's different. And then on the inside, there are promos for the other kind of things that you may be able to use. There's a free bonus scenario. I won't show the other side because it has a QR code that I don't want to expire.
I love the classic ruler.
Yes, it actually comes with a ruler for gameplay. And even though it's a green screen, this is actually black. Anyway. So the ruler is used to see how far you move your miniatures across the map during gameplay. And then it has a field manual which contains all of the instructions. You can see some of the beautiful maps, and you can see examples of miniatures and what they look like. There's a very large quantity of green in this book, so why don't you trade me, Hannah, and put that one over in front so people can see. Excellent artwork. This is a really great kit if you're interested in it. If you are into historical games, this is a good one for you. But even if you're just into war games for the tabletop, I think that you will be happy with this. Bolt action is a lot of fun. Alrighty, let's put that back up in here and move on to the next one. What do we have next, Hannah?
Up next, I believe I can find my list.
Not sure how well you can hear her because she is outside of. Here, set that one in next.
Okay.
We
Good
have
point. Okay.
She's outside
Star
of the
Wars
range of this.
Unlimited.
Star Wars Unlimited, the
Star
trading
Wars.
card game. Now, I've been wanting to show this one off for a little while here and haven't had the opportunity.
Thank you.
I'm going to let Ash do the honors of this one. We are going to open this one and show you what's in it. This is all you need to get started. It is a 2-player starter box, perfect for holiday gifts. For the Star Wars fan in your family who happens to like trading card games, this is for you.
You open it from the side?
It's just a box, just pop it open. There you go. Pull apart General Grievous. We're gonna show
Not
you
like he
everything that
hasn't
comes in
gone
here.
through that already. Oh, these are cool.
Yeah.
Little card
Deck
boxes.
boxes, yeah.
What?
So it comes with 2 decks, since you need 2 decks to be able to play. This way you can play whatever holidays you celebrate on the day that you celebrate. You can just pull it out and there is a pre-made deck. I believe for 2 different factions. If
Okay.
I'm correct, there should be a
Ahsoka-Tano?
Separatists
Yeah.
and there should be a Jedi.
So it says
Well, it says
Ahsoka-Tano starter
Ahsoka-Tano.
deck,
Okay.
General Grievous.
I got General Grievous. How fitting. So I can't really see that one too well. Why don't you hold General Grievous up in front of the camera so everybody can see him? Can you do that for me?
You're talking to Hannah, right?
Here, pass that down to Hannah, please.
Here.
And the Ahsoka Tano. So
that's
there's
fine.
a lot of good cards in here. It is a really great starter deck, good for the game. All of the standard fare that you would expect to find from Star Wars. If you are in love with the Star Wars lore, this is for you. Then it also comes with 2 deck boxes. This is the General Grievous deck, so I'm gonna put it in the General Grievous box. Can I have General Grievous, please?
I got Anakin.
There you go.
I see you did get Anakin. We also, they come with your tokens and an instruction book and 2 play mats. We're gonna open up the play mat so people can see what it's like. I bet you there's an Ahsoka and a General Grievous play mat.
That would make sense. Oh, and there's room in the boxes for more cards.
Yep, General Grievous.
Hey.
So if you look at this, let's get that squared. It's a little bright. You can see that there's place for your space units, your base, your leader, your ground units, your deck, your discard pile, your resources, your initiative counter. It also has really good quick reference guide along the bottom. It has the action phase and the regroup phase explanations and your triggered abilities. And then you also have the quick start guide. I will just hold that up so everybody can see it. Nice little picture of Darth Maul there. And it tells you how to play the game. So there you go. We will also feature this game in a future episode of Tabletop Scholar pretty soon. And that way we will be able to actually give you a more in-depth analysis, and we have time today to move on to more great stuff because there is so much.
There's so much.
So much. Let's go ahead and pass these down to Hannah. Wow, this actually has me excited. I don't get to play a lot of trading card games.
Now, the next section, I'm not going to hand you all the boxes at once because we have so many boxes.
Oh, wow, is this Battletech?
It is Battletech.
Battletech! Yes! Okay, so this new run of Battletech products is spectacular. We got so much of it in last week, and it's already flying off the shelves. Now, we actually get this about 6 months before everybody else does. We backed these guys on Kickstarter, and we have stuff available for sale. Let's get all of this out here, and then I can show it off. Let's.
You do want all of it?
You know what? I just want to show people how much there really is. So
Is
yeah,
there
let's
such a thing as too much Battletech? Really?
let's put half of it over here and half of it over there, and then we can just show it off.
Bam. Bam.
So much.
Bam.
Wow, that's even too tall for the camera. All right, you can start stacking on that side.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Yes, this is actually the beginner box set. This is the special edition one. I picked this up. I thought it was beautiful, and
It is.
I will
It really
open this and show you what's in it. I couldn't wait, so I already opened it. Sorry. There's just so much, and we will go through all of it in a little bit here. You know, we are running out of room on there.
That's a lot today.
Okay, so we have all the stuff on the table. It's gonna be real hard to see everything very, very soon. Can we fit in here? Let's see if we can fit another one over here. Give me that one. Yeah, we can fit them over here. We have one more that's just, it doesn't fit. Okay, wait, here, let's put that one up there. And that there, and close enough. Excellent. No, put that down, put that down. We'll get to that in a minute. We are gonna start, first off, if you like Battletech, you're gonna love this. If you like giant robots just battling it out, you're gonna love this. This is the Battletech box set. This is a beginner box set. So you can see their miniatures come pre-assembled. This beautiful, I believe this is an Atlas. I think that's an Atlas.
It's been years. I'll get it wrong.
Yeah. So you'll find a lot of your favorites in here. There is a locust, and I believe that's a flea. And I'm not even going to pretend. So the box set here, you're going to get 8 mechs and 4 tanks, which is 2 lances. So you can play the game with any of your friends and have fun. This is the, there's a little novel that comes with it, and this is called No One Left Behind. And it's a novella, it's not very big. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. No One Left Behind. Look at that beautiful artwork. Let me get that centered. How's that look, Jared? Good. Beautiful. I went through the artwork in this and through the books. I didn't open the cards. They have data cards for all of your vehicles. This is there's 3 different types of cards in here. So this one has all of your different mechs. It actually has the stats for each mech in the game, so you can track it easier if you want to play standard Battletech or if you want to play Alpha Strike. You can play either one with this set. Oh yeah. So these are your famous warriors like Edward Guilebrist. Rank, Sergeant. Affiliation, Mercenary. Unit, the Crescent Hawks. The battle mech that he drives is the Chameleon. And I don't know, do we have a Chameleon? Yeah, we do. That's a Chameleon.
Nice.
Yep. So this is a well-known pilot for each of the mechs that comes from the lore of MechWarrior. Or from Battletech, sorry. The game's MechWarrior they're Battletech. So here's your official rule book for Battletech Mercenaries, which is absolutely wonderful. It's not very big, doesn't have to be. It explains the gist of how to play. It's pretty simple and straightforward. This is an adventure primer. Well, I wouldn't say adventure primer. They call it a primer. This is basically to help set the scenario for the games that you play. This is character sheets. I would recommend making a copy for personal use because you're going to draw on these. Every time that you get hit, each mech has armor on the front and in the back, and it has internal structure, and you'll fill in the dot every time you take damage.
And different mechs have different amount of...
that one right there.
You could take a lot of hits.
So many hits. So this is a Star Slayer mech, and it is really slow. Oh, look. It's the Chameleon mech that we were just referencing. So this is wonderful if you... I can't reiterate how much I love this.
It's nostalgic, but new players can easily slip right into it.
So here's what I love. The star map.
Oh, Lord. I'm scared.
This shows where all the lore takes place.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? Isn't that incredible?
Different shades of red.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Well, you have the Taurian Concordat and you have the Draconis Combine.
I love how casual, you have the Latin words.
And if you flip it over, this is later on, this is 3151. So the first, this is the Inner Sphere in 3058, right?
Okay.
In 3051, it looked very different. See how much, there's a lot of smaller stuff. And then in 3058 is the smaller one. This is after the clan invasion, where all the crazy stuff happened.
I think I need to read the novella to catch up on this.
Maybe. So then you have tokens for any of the pieces that you don't have. And if you look, there are various tanks, the Demolisher, the Manticore, the Vedette, the Galleon, the Maxim, the Long Tom, there's machine gun nests, there's foot soldiers, and then, alternate if you're in a different area and you want it to look a different color, I guess, or if you want to connote a different team, you can use a different one.
Oh.
But the other thing that you'll notice is these things also have the physical miniatures that you can pick up here as well. And we'll review those in a moment as soon as I get through this box set. Wow, this is really neat. Battlefield support strikes. So this tells you, it's a kind of a cheat sheet. I don't know how well we can see this. Can you hold up both sides on the camera for them?
Yeah.
So this cheat sheet is actually going to help you figure out your attacks and damage and facing and things of that nature much faster than if you're trying to thumb through a book the whole time.
Sure.
And if you want to pass that back and put it back into stuff. This here, there's a campaign flow chart. And this is your contract for mercenary deployment, right? So all of this is part of role play. When you play Battletech Mercenaries, you are part of a mercenary company. And wow, this is, I'm sorry, I'm over here. There's so much nostalgia. I used to play this with my friends so much. It was great. I could tell you stories about how I beat an Atlas with a Raven, but most people are like, what? 3 words, death from above. And then finally, their maps are spectacular.
Pretty.
But we're gonna get into the map expansions as well. So each of these maps is double-sided so that you can use them for various types of play. I'll hold that up. There's a nice watery map with height elevations. You can't really see it on the camera, but it does say the elevation. I believe it goes up to 10. So what that means is it makes it easier to shoot someone from a higher elevation and cause more damage. Let me show the second map. This one is pretty complicated. That is upside down. Look at that.
That might be
How beautiful that is. It's like fighting along the steps in a river. And you can put them together and make a single map out of them if you wanted to. But these all tie together into whatever you want to play. Let me put it all back in here and show you the other things that we have. We'll actually go through each of these boxes before we move on, so we can explain what each of them is for all of our Battletech fans out there. I hope that you are as excited as I am. And I'm pretty excited. I think Hannah's excited. But
Now that pack?
If you want.
yeah, let me give that back to you. Before we get into those, let's go over each of these. So the very first one that we have, I'm going to hold it right here where you can see, this is an Inner Sphere Battle Armor Platoon. So when I mentioned the clan invasion, these, the elementals were smaller body armor that was like the mechs, only not nearly as tough, but way more agile. And these are Inner Sphere Battle Armor Platoons. This was the answer to the elementals.
Okay.
Next we have the Clan Cavalry Star. This is after the clan invasion. It is a lance of mechs. There's a really nice looking, that's not a Marauder, I forget what they call it. It's the upgrade to it.
Does it say it on the back?
Let's look. It says 5 high quality, oh there they are. Black Python, Shadow Hawk 2C, Griffin 2C, Jenner 2C, and Locust 2C. The Locust 2C was the one that David always liked to play. I don't know why he liked Locust so much, but you know. Next up is the Legendary Mech Warriors package number 2. These line up with character cards for Calandre Kell of the Kell Hounds, Marcus Barton from Makaran's Armored Cavalry. If you know anything about the lore of Battletech, these things will make sense to you. But you can play as the legendary people. Let's do this one next, it's a little bigger.
All right.
Rifle and Command Lances. What do you have in this box?
Tanks.
Tanks. Specifically, 2 Hetzer wheeled assault guns, 2 Bulldog medium tanks, and 2 Sturmfuhrer heavy tanks, and 2 von Luckner heavy tanks. No assembly required. We spent 8 hours on Sunday just assembling armies for Warhammer. And it's beautiful. I enjoy putting them together, but it's also fun sometimes to just pull it right out of the box and be able to play with it.
Yep.
Though everything's great. We'll get into the paints in a little bit. So what we have with this one, this is the Inner Sphere Assault Lance. Assault mechs are the heaviest class of mech warriors. This is Inner Sphere Heavy Recon Lance. So heavy mechs are a step underneath assault. This is an Inner Sphere Security Lance. So the one in here I call the trash can. You can't really see it. Oh, let's see. You can kind of see it. Can I get it up there? No. Can you hold this one up? Specifically, I want him to see that one that looks like a trash can. It's one of the silliest looking mechs.
R2-D2 put on some weight.
Yeah, it's like if R2-D2 had arms and legs. It's kind of funny. Thank you very much, Hannah. And then we have the Inner Sphere Pursuit Lance. This is for chasing down other mechs. You want to grab those for?
I can reach.
I can reach, I believe I can reach.
Thank you, Hannah. You're awesome.
This is the Battle and Fire Lances. Any idea what those are? Let me take a guess.
They breathe fire.
You would almost be correct, which means you're wrong. But you're also almost right. So you have 2 Manticore heavy tanks,
Manticore.
2 Vedette medium tanks, 2 LRM carriers, that's your long range missiles, and 2 SRM carriers. That's a lot. You can really light somebody up with that.
You said letters, definitely.
LRM is long range missile. SRM is short range missile. Okay, this one, Legendary Mech Warriors 3. Now, we already sold our Legendary Mech Warriors 1. I went through, I couldn't find any. I tried to grab one of everything, and we're out of a couple of them because it has been that wildly popular. But this one, you know what that is?
It looks familiar.
This is a Timberwolf, and that is a Marauder. 2 of my favorite mech warrior mechs ever. Specifically, the Marauder 2 Mad 8K, right? And the Timberwolf. It's a wonderful mech. It's fantastic.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. What else we got?
What do we got?
This is, oh, that's cool, objectives. So these are basically objective markers, but they're physical miniatures that you need to get in there and destroy as part of the objectives for the game.
Oh yeah, that's ringing a bell.
And then we have the Assault and Cavalry Lances. So these are tanks able to deliver firepower strong enough to do damage to an assault mech. Because your average assault mech will just stomp a tank. These are a little tougher than that. Comes with 2 Demolisher heavy tanks, 2 Shrek PPC carriers. Not to be confused with Shrek the movie. This is SCHREK.
I had to look for this spelling,
Yeah.
actually.
2 Condor heavy hover tanks, 2 Pegasus Scout hover tanks. And this is a nice little way to round out your army if you want to have just a big all-out war. It's pretty fantastic. We're gonna pass these off to Hannah and look at the last couple of things for this.
Ooh. Okay, now we're ready for the map.
This is a map expansion kit, and not just that. We're gonna go ahead and open this up. There it is. This is fantastic, by the way. The feel, it just feels so high quality. It's pretty impressive. So, in here, there is a piece of cardboard. We will move that to the side. Though these are paper, they're very heavy paper, and you could just as easily have these laminated as well. But look at that. I'd hold it up high for you to see, but it'll look gray and partially see-through. Oh, look at that. You can see the treasure chest behind Ashley.
But you can't
look,
see
Ashley,
me.
you can see through her now. Anyway.
Sheet of invisibility.
The sheet of invisibility. That would be a great one. So you can see this is a base, and you have things as high as level 9 on here, I believe. Is it level? Those are level 3.
I see 5.
Yeah. So what that means again is just it's a height map.
Yeah.
And then look at this beautiful one.
Level 7. We're getting taller here.
Fighting in a city. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that'll get you some elevation.
So it's just a book of maps, and in it there are 3 here, 2-sided maps, and then I think there's 3 more. Yes. So that actually gives you 12 maps in total with this map pack, which is pretty awesome because you can just change things up. Then it has tokens for things like rubble, because rubble makes things difficult and you can't cross it as easily.
I assume this means that if you were playing in a city and you did some destruction, you could place rubble and say, I have created like rubble terrain in this area.
So if you destroyed a small building, you could lay one of these smaller rubble tiles. Mm-hmm. Or if you destroyed a large building, there's a huge rubble tire. I can speak sometimes.
Me too.
A huge rubble tile. And you can just lay that on there and it replaces it on the map, and there's no longer a height map, there's just rubble. Which is fantastic.
Love it.
I really, really like this.
I'm looking forward to playing.
If I ever had time. I'm really looking forward to playing this as well. Let's put this back in the bag, and if you want to do that while I pull out the next thing.
Yes.
Okay, so these are posters. You will be able to find these hanging here at the guard tower very soon. But we're going to give you a sneak preview right now. The quality of these. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. All right, you're gonna have to hold one side. This is a 2-sided poster.
dear.
Pull it. All right, so we have this beauty. That's an atlas. Wow. All right, turn it.
I got it.
And that's outer space showing one of the drop pods. 2 of the drop pods. All right, let's open up the next one. this one has different mechs on it.
Wow.
So first,
That's
let's
gonna
show.
be helpful. I'm gonna hang that up in the bedroom so I can understand what you're saying when you list them off next time.
Look how beautiful this is. Lower. There we go.
Mine is lowered.
Well, lift your side up.
Oh.
There, that's what I meant. Okay, look how pretty that is. That is just beautiful. On the back side, there's a collection of not every, but quite a bit.
Memorize them.
Memorize these mechs. It's a unit recognition guide, which is pretty handy. I don't know which side that we'll just. I think we're gonna display the battle side here, I'm sure. And then the last one we have, again, two-sided. Oh, the back side is beautiful. Look at that.
Laser.
Wow. That's cool. All right, so last but not least, we have
Oh, it's vertical. Ooh.
this beautiful.
Oh my goodness,
That
I
is
can't
just
fit it.
fantastic. Ooh, lower a little bit. This
Too
is
big for big
Battletech. It's beautiful. So we're gonna hang these posters up here where you'll be able to see them and enjoy them, and it is fantastic. You want to pack that up while I show them the next thing?
Yeah.
These are data cards. So just like those black and white ones, these are full color, and they're a little more durable, so you can reuse them instead of having to copy some. You just buy these. They look better. They're very heavy card stock, and we have these in stock with all of our other Battletech supplies. Last but not least for Battletech, we have this book, Battletech Legends.
Legends never die.
It says that on the back. But I will show you in the bottom screen here. There's some pretty art that looks very like it looks like a lot of the original diagrams that I saw when I first started playing Battletech as a kid. That is beautiful. Look at that. So what this is a book of lore, right? And if you wanted to know about the history and the pilots and the fame and all the things that they did, this is it. It's a book that will fill you in. You learn about the mechs, a little about what they do, a little about the famous pilots that used to pilot them. Oh, even a tank, the Demolisher heavy tank. So if you want to know what everything does, and you want to learn a little bit about the lore, oh my goodness. I just interrupted myself.
Or just stare at pretty pictures.
I like to look at pretty pictures, and this is beautiful. Wow. Oh, the Thunderbolt. I love the Thunderbolt. So they've got variants of different ones. Oh, look at that. That's so beautiful. So you can actually pick this up in our Battletech section at Guard Tower East or West. Alrighty, moving on, since we still have so much to cover, what do we have next?
We have D&D, we have the DMG.
All right, so recently we covered the player handbook and the Dungeon Master Guide for 2024. Here we are showing we've got these for sale. They've been out for almost a month now, actually.
Something like that.
We were so super busy. Remodeling Guard Tower East, doing things around here. It's pretty good stuff. You should check it out. It's very pretty. But the updated Dungeon Master's Guide, I was happy with the other Dungeon Master's Guide. I didn't really feel like you could improve much on it. I was really wrong. This is so much more streamlined. I'll give you an example. It says, what if everyone dies? And then tells you different ways to recover your game after a total party kill, a TPK. It doesn't really dive into that like this in the other book. You want to talk about ruins, you want to talk about creating religions. How many times have you had a player want to create a religion? A lot.
Yeah.
How to start a business, how to build traps, how to run mobs, loyalty, various types of charms, building magic items, how to build adventure situations. You can literally just roll dice and create things on the fly. It talks about how to flavor in different ways, different settings like Greyhawk. if you ever wanted Greyhawk to be in 5th edition, and I've heard a lot of you say that, this tells you how. It just dives right into it. It tells you all about it, and I'm so excited about how much, what?
I'm so happy for you.
I know. So you get into all of it actually has the maps for Greyhawk and everything, but then you have different campaign settings and it talks about how to run them. It has an update to the magic items. This has a magic item tracker
That's such a cute
for
flying
every
thing.
level. That's a Tressum.
So cute.
It's a really adorable
I've only ever
Tressum.
seen them look like house cats and
Yeah.
like neutral colored wings, but that is so adorable.
I know, right? So you get into your magic item rarities. There's some of the art that's recognizable from the old DMG, but there's a lot of new stuff, like this. The ever-smoking bottle, that picture is new.
That's pretty.
Oh, and look at this one. So the Eyes of Charming have one of the eye pieces popped out. That's pretty cool. So it just dives into all of those. It explains way more than I expected it to. So if you do not yet have it, you also will find in the back there is a really nice map that I don't want to tear out of this one because I'm saving it. There's also maps back here if you want to if you need a random dungeon and you're not very good at drawing dungeons. These are great inspiration in the back for coming up with your own maps. Everything from small towns to small dungeons to maps of manors and things of that nature. It's just really nice. So, also we have
a mini.
We just got these back in stock. This is the Icons of the Realm, Quest from the Infinite Staircase. We're gonna open one for you guys and show you what's in it. You wanna open it?
Yes! I'm excited.
And going forward, we are actually probably going to have Ashley weekly putting out an episode of Shiny New Toys so that you can see all of the new stuff that we get in on a weekly basis.
We're gonna have so much fun together.
Pull it out, pull it out! What'd you get? Ooh, a saber-toothed cat. Nice. So for our large creature, we got a saber-toothed cat. This is the saber-toothed tiger. And then our 3 medium to tiny. What on earth?
I wanna get one.
Peck? Does it say peck? I don't know.
I can't see it from here.
It's very tiny. What's that one?
Powered armor.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. He looks so powerful too. Yeah.
And this is a Gibberum.
That is Peck. P-E-C-H.
All right, you want to hold these up in front of that camera one at a time so people can see them
Woo.
before we move on to our next game. Oh, the power armor looks great.
Right?
That's fantastic. That is the saber-toothed tiger.
He's a little
That's the Gibberung. Very, very tiny.
guy.
That's a tiny one. And then show Peck. Where's the...
I'm trading you.
Fine.
And then this is Peck. All right.
Beautiful stuff. If you want to set those off to the side for us, thank you so much, Hannah.
Of course.
What do we have next?
We have Magic the Gathering Foundation.
Oh yes,
Oh, boy.
Magic the Gathering Foundations. One of the things we have had a hard time keeping in. We get it in every week, and it is gone every week. And we are going to show you what you get in these boxes if you come to pick them up.
Woo!
So, first, these are a couple of the pre-release boxes that we had available. I don't know that I'm going to open the pre-release ones at this point. We may open these on Tabletop Scholar later, but we have 2 of these that we're probably going to open on Tabletop Scholar. So let's go ahead and set these off to the side. This is what I'm excited about. This is the starter collection. It's a beginner box, right? Yeah. It says starter collection. So inside this box, what's supposed to be in here is 2 decks ready to play as they are. They don't even need to be shuffled. They're actually already pre-ordered to teach you how to play.
Oh, okay.
So we're not going to shuffle them when we open this. Go ahead and open it up. This is beautiful. There should also be a play mat in there. I don't know if there's 2, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 1.
I'll be real careful with it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to just speak out of hand. Let's just, hold on. Yeah, there you go.
I got it.
All right, all right. She has it. It's just such a pretty box that I don't want to damage it.
I know, it is. The box itself is shiny.
It says it right there. Yeah. So it has a storage box, a click wheel, over 350 cards, and 3 14-card Magic the Gathering Foundations play boosters.
All right. Do I pull this tab?
Yeah. Pull the tab and open it up.
So heavy.
I can't remember if this is the one that actually has the mat in it or not. Let's open it up. See what's in there.
Ooh.
Hey! Okay, so this one doesn't have the
Counter.
mat. This one does not have the mat, but this does have, wow. No, this is the one where you build your own. So essentially, this one allows you to build your own deck. This is not the one that comes with the mat. I was incorrect.
You must have touched this.
So you have tabs. This box actually has slots in it. I'm not sure if you can see the slots. Oh, right there on the edge. You can kind of make it out right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these and stick in it so you can see what it is. You can put slots in it.
I see.
So you can divide it up.
Okay, it's a little artistic on one side.
Yeah. And that way you can divide up all the decks that you build out of this. And then we have play boosters, artifact card. This is an arcane signet. There's just a lot in here. So we will actually open all of these up on Tabletop Scholar on a different episode because this is going to take a while to go through all of this. But we wanted you to see what's in it so that you understand. And we'll be able to teach people to play here at the store using this kit. Try and squeeze it all back in there and we'll move on to the next thing because there's still a few things to go through.
Not as much as before, though.
Not nearly.
That's what happens when you go through things.
I know. This is so beautiful. Why don't you say hi, Hannah? Hannah is part of our crew. And say hi.
Hi.
She is amazing. If you see her around at the guard tower, stop and say hi. She is such a kind person. And she is doing all of our running for us today. What do we have next?
We have Halo Flashpoint.
Yes! I love this one. So we featured Halo Flashpoint a few weeks ago on an episode of Tabletop Scholar. And we mentioned that there was more coming out. Well, guess what? Don't show off the best part first.
I'm excited.
Okay. What we're gonna start with is we're gonna start the Recon Edition. This is the one that is most similar to what you saw on Tabletop Scholar. It is the full version of the game with 2 squads of 4 Spartans and you fight on a standard size play mat for the game. If I flip it over, you can see this is what it looks like. Now, sticking with the whole red versus blue, which I'm sure everyone who plays Halo is familiar with, they come in a red and blue variety. But these are intended to be primed and painted like you see in the images here. And what we're gonna do is open this up and show you what's in it before we move on to the next ones. I will let Ashley do the honors.
Yay.
This is so pretty.
Contain my enthusiasm.
So if you like tabletop war games, you will love this. It plays very smoothly. If you have played any sort of war game, like 40K, you're going to be able to pick this up really easily. If you've never played a tabletop war game, but you're a fan of Halo, the lore alone is going to just suck you right in. It's easy to learn. If you've never heard of Halo, and if you've never played a tabletop war game, don't fear. This is a really good game. It is easy to learn and play with your family. And how long would you say a game took? About an hour for the full game?
It might have been.
Yeah, I think it was about an hour.
It was fairly easy to pick up on.
All right, open it up.
Ta-da!
Here, this is yours.
Can I eat it?
No, it says do not eat. Silicon packets. So if you look, make sure we're not showing off QR codes. So this is for another tabletop war game. This is made by Mantic. It's called Dead Zone. And if you have played Dead Zone, it is going to be very similar. Then they also have another game called Kings of War Ambush. Those are two games that you could check out, but we're not going to review those today. We have some nice Flashpoint art. It's just a quick reference guide for how to set the board up. In case you have any wonders, or if you've wondered about it, it's right there. Here's the rule book. The rule book is pretty. It is very well put together. It seems to flow very well, so it's not overly descriptive, but just descriptive enough with excellent artwork. The artwork really sets it off. Here you have the needler. This talks about positioning within a cube and cube capacities. If you look here, anybody that's played Halo will recognize what that is. I'm not going to give it away until we open up our next box, but this talks about line of sight, your rounds and your turns, essentially how to play the game. And I don't know, you played it.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
It was fun. I was pretty impressed with how quickly I was able to pick up on it, because my introduction to Halo was watching someone else play it.
That was me.
I mean, it was you, it was my cousins, it was my friends' kids.
Oh, look, a battle rifle.
And
that's the DMR.
how much of the game itself they tried to incorporate in it, like the various weapon types that you can pick up, and the fact that you can pick up loot each round as it randomly spawns. It was really fun. It was an interesting way to get that nostalgia.
So when they released the demo version, which is what we played on Tabletop Scholar, they hinted that they would have elites. They have elites. They've also kind of hinted that they'll have grunts. What they didn't hint at was brutes. And there's a brute in this manual, so hint, hint, I would expect to see brutes. It's just fantastic artwork, really good stuff. Let's dive into the meat and potatoes of the game itself. You have this amazing game board. So these are cardboard cutouts to build all of your stuff, your terrain. Also, you can see where there's weapon cards for picking up weapons. And then this is your map. Now, on one side of the map, you do have the demo version of the game. This is a much smaller one with your cheat sheet all the way around it.
Very useful.
Yeah, this is what she started with. And you see the markers tell you where to put what kind of item. But then when you play the full version, it is a much larger map with no cheat sheet, and you can place the items where you want them. What are your thoughts?
I think this is going to be a lot of fun to play.
And then there are cards for the different types of Spartans, different types of weapons, all three types of dice that are used in the game. We also sell dice expansion kits because I think some people may not want to share their dice and just have their own pool of dice.
Yeah, you don't want anyone messing with your mojo.
And then we have the Spartans. These are pretty heavy plastic. They feel like PVC. Can you feel that? Tell me what you think. Feels like PVC. I can't be certain though.
I know Chandler, when he was talking to us about this, he did mention sometimes the shape might be a little off, but if you put it into hot water, you can straighten out the plastic easily without any damage to it.
These are pretty good minis though.
Yeah.
Very high detail, and I think that if you like Halo and you loved customizing your Spartans, you're going to enjoy customizing these. They'll need a coat of primer and paint away.
They look great.
You put all this stuff back real quick. And then, before we get that one out, I want to show off the terrain.
Okay.
So, this is Halo Flashpoint terrain. You'll see deluxe buildable 3D terrain set. Pretty much what you see on the box is what you can build. And that's it. But that's a lot.
That's going to be fun playing with the various levels. Like, I had fun being able to go hop up and down, hop up and down.
Technically,
now
you
there's
could
a
combine
third level.
this with any of the others and just make your own crazy battlefields.
It's going to be great.
Go ahead and open that one up. Let's take a look at it. This is fantastic. I was really excited about this. She's very meticulous with her box opening. Me, I would just poked that little thread right there, went, pop the plastic apart. So that's how you break Batman.
I do have that going for me.
I didn't mean to break Batman. Hannah over there smiling and shaking her head at me.
All right.
That too? All right, so we have it open. There's a whole lot less glare now, so you should be able to see it better.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Pull her open, let's see what's in there. Oh, that's it. No, I'm kidding. So you have kind of a quick guide for snapping them together.
Okay, this is going to be so much more fun.
These
than
are
cardboard.
paintable. Oh my goodness.
Look at all these little pieces.
Wow.
The textures for the grates.
That is fantastic. So
I'm hyped.
This isn't just cardboard cutouts like I thought. It comes with the cardboard cutouts. These are heavy-duty paintable plastic terrain pieces that you can
Corrugated?
customize. This is neat. I'm gonna open this up. And we'll have Hannah show some of these off. So these are the clips that hold the pieces together. We'll just leave those in the bag. So they, instead of just having slots where the cardboard slides together, these are full plastic terrain pieces that you build them how you want and then paint.
Look at that grate.
That's pretty cool. You want to put some of these in front of the thing?
Yeah.
And just show them off. So I'm really big into building and painting. I love building miniatures and painting them. And when you have terrain, like for 40K, having like boarding actions and stuff where all the different terrain things you can buy are like for kill team. God, this is wonderful. Like you can put these rails on the side.
Nice.
Yeah. And they just snap in. They don't snap like permanently. So what it looks like is that it's designed for you to, it's modular to a degree. But you could easily make them permanent if you glued them together.
This looks like a sliding door. Is it?
That looks like a sliding door.
Yes. Okay.
So she got the sliding door. I just got all of these flat terrain pieces. Oh, this one's damaged. It's like plasma scarring.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was like
That's
damaged
pretty
in
neat.
packaging.
No, it's made to look damaged. Here, show that off on the camera that some of them have plasma scarring.
I think this is supposed to prop something up.
It is. I don't know. So let's not get them separated. Let's put them back in the correct bins.
Ooh.
I'm gonna open this one. Oh wow! So more walls. We need walls. Lots of walls. Walls and platforms.
Oh, right.
More of the clips. They give you plenty of clips. And this one has like a turbine for a fan. It's pretty neat. So you could shoot through the turbine. It's got the little electrical sign for like a generator, but it's got plumbing on the other side. In real life, you would not have your electrical manifold next to a pipe manifold.
Yeah.
That's just an accident waiting to happen. Unless you're anticipating that a bunch of stupid, angry aliens are going to show up and you want them to accidentally harm themselves. But this is wonderful. We are going to open up this next box once I get this. Oh wow, look, feet for the walls.
Yeah, I got one.
Cool. We're gonna put all this back in the box and open up the next one. Can I hand you the trash? Yes, thank you so much. I will let Ashley do the honors opening this next one again. It's so exciting.
It's like Christmas.
It does feel a lot like Christmas. So you
Or whatever
should,
holiday you celebrate in which you get to open gifts.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my birthday.
So this is the Spartan edition. And if you happen to see when she was giving away a sneak peek, this one has an extra type of... No, not that.
Aww.
This has elites in it. I can't wait.
Ta-da!
So you can see them on the side of the box. There's elites. But inside the box, one of these days, here, you can look at this beautiful artwork. Halo Flashpoint. So once again, you have the quick setup guide, your rule book, another map. It looks
And
like
another map.
you have multiple maps. So again, you have the demo map, then you have a full map, but then this one here is a fold out. And this is amazing. Look at that.
Now that one actually looks gray. Okay, it looks more green here.
In real life, this is green. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Ooh.
More of the cardboard terrain, but there's a lot of it.
No, it's not just cardboard. These are thicker. Look
Very
at that.
thick, heavy duty, yeah.
That is sturdy.
Very much so. Let's pull out these miniatures though. What we got in here?
We got flags! You can capture the flag!
That is great. So it looks like they've added some gameplay modes to it, since you've got flags now. What are those markers?
These,
No, those.
What are these? UNSC?
Oh, those are like supply crates and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Very clever.
Hey, look, this is yours.
A snack.
Don't eat. So if you look, there are so many more in this one. The other one came with 8 Spartans. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 Spartans and 4 elites. So this one here's got a needler.
Nice.
I'm really excited. But most people are going to be more excited for the energy sword. And it's got the same standard kit for the rest of it. Your dice, your weapons, your cards. It's pretty straightforward, and the quality of these is really good. If you're familiar with all of the armor and weapons from the game, they're faithful recreations of them. Wow. I'm really excited about this. Wow. All right. So last but not least, the part she was so excited and tried to show off multiple times. Go ahead and open him.
Yes!
This is a extra special treat. I'm not sure how many of them they're going to come out with, but we are opening one on camera for you to see. The one, the only, Spartan 117 Master Chief.
With an energy sword. Oh, so gentle, so gentle.
Wow.
Oh my
The
god.
detail.
Even the tile he's on is
incredible.
detailed terrain.
That is amazing. Hannah, can you put this one in front of the camera so people can see this?
Oh, but then
I feel like the camera's not even
my
gonna,
grip.
like it's not even gonna do it justice. That is a beautiful mini. Spectacular. Look at that. Amazing.
Can you
So
angle him so you could see the terrain?
again, this just came out. Halo Flashpoint.
Details.
It's a really wonderful combat game. It captures the feel of playing Halo in a tabletop game. I was skeptical because I was a big Halo player,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. I was very pleasantly surprised.
You may have it back.
Thank you.
Mantic did a wonderful job with this game. That's exceptional. All right, what do we have next on the agenda?
Next is Warhammer Underworld.
All right, so there is a game that came out a couple of years ago. Let's start with that one. Dire Chasm came out a couple of years ago. This is a copy of Dire Chasm. It is essentially Warhammer, but it's more of a board game. It's like a hybrid between 40K and a board game. In traditional 40K style, or just Warhammer style, because this isn't 40K, this is Age of Sigmar. Well, no, it's Underworlds. This little piece got broken off there. But sprues, just like the others, so you can cut them apart. They color code them so you know which one is which. And we have not assembled this one yet, but we are going to, so that we can showcase how it is played on an episode of Tabletop Scholar. But if you caught this one when it came out a few years ago, I think it was 2021 when it came out, I pulled this one out first just to show you for reference what it was like if you played Dire Chasm. This next game is going to be similar. This is Emberguard. So this is the core game. It is not actually black and white. It is green. So I'm gonna, there you go. See? Green. Or see-through.
Or see-through.
So if you open this one up, similarly, you have, I actually like this one the way it was assembled a little better. Would you mind cutting that apart for me?
I do not mind.
While she's cutting that apart, I will show you the other components that are in here. You have a little pouch that comes with your dice. Very pretty, black and orange dice. You have your sprues of your miniatures.
Ooh, like a
They come in
book.
green and in blue. So you're gonna wind up with 3 figures of each color to be able to play the game with. And you got a fancy player manual. I love how they wrap all these things up like that now. Games Workshop does a really good job in their packaging. And a catch.
Very efficient.
Beautiful.
Tokens. This is
The artwork is
board?
incredible. That's the board,
This is the board. I can't believe it fit all this into this box.
right? So you unfold it. This is your game board. And we will feature this on a future episode of Tabletop Scholar. Then you have your character cards. Everything you need to play the base game. This is the core game. They have expansions for it. This is all you need to be able to sit down and play. So this one features rat folk, which are really gross in Warhammer universe.
And their picture, the artwork looks really cool.
It's fantastic. Can you get all that squeezed back in there?
I don't know. It was done so well. All right, so these guys went here.
And
These
that
guys
slid
kind
next
of
to it.
tucked in its own little bed down
They
here.
really know how to pack these things.
Like, wowza.
They play Tetris really well.
They do. I bet they made it to level 99. You can't get to level 100. It starts over.
Really?
There we go, there we go.
Ask me how I know. Ask me how 9-year-old me knew. Ask me how not upset 9-year-old me was.
Okay, so that's
Very
in here.
unassuming.
Yes. I was like, I beat Tetch. Oh. No, I didn't.
I was able to tuck it all back. Very, very carefully.
That is beautiful. So the instructions on how to put these together are very simple. Ooh.
See
And that's the
where
rule book
that
for
actually
playing the
looks
game.
really cool.
Doesn't it? Flip it open. Show the artwork.
Da-da-da. And these are the cards. There's a little were-rat and a spinning wheel of death. I don't know who he is. He looks cool.
We're gonna have to sit down and learn how to play.
Oh, he's delivering a bomb. Aw, such a
Delivering?
good little soldier.
That's a nice way to put it. Delivering a bomb.
Oh my gosh, they
Yeah,
look
it's
feral.
Well, since
Ooh.
we are really far into this and still have a few things to go, I think that we should move to the next game.
Which is Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer 40K! Okay, hold on. We'll start with the Kill Team starter set. Not the miniatures yet, just give me the starter set.
Very neat with the packaging. Oh, I missed a couple tabs. That is a problem for future me, I sort out.
Pass that down.
Yep, yep.
So this is the Kill Team starter set that just came out. This one features Ultramarines and Death Guard. You are going to get 7 models of each one. And terrain, the terrain looks similar to what you see, put that this way so people can see in the center cam.
Yeah.
The layout is similar, like the cardboard cutouts placed on a map, but these are absolutely grimdark flavor. Now, Kill Team is like 40K, but smaller and faster paced. Instead of moving an entire squad, you only play one squad, period. And your miniatures, let's open this up. I've already opened this one because I put together the miniatures so that you could see what they look like. But when we open the box, you get this pretty artwork. And then you have a game mat. Very, very well made. Look how big this is. So you have 2 sides. You have the dark side and the light side. Right?
Nice.
Very pretty. Flipping it over without hitting Ash
I appreciate
and the
that.
red side. So you have a nice, very well made, like this is sturdy. The other maps that we saw today, they look good. None of them were quite as sturdy as the 40K one. Still good, but wow, I love this. Then you have all of your tokens and markers. You have your rule book. So this is going to talk about the Plague Marines and the Angels of Death, the Emperor's Angels of Death, because the Emperor protects. Don't you tell me he sits on a throne of lies. And then these are extraordinarily thick. I don't know if you can see how thick that is in the lower picture, or even up there. How you can't really see it in the big cam. You can kind of see.
You can kind of see
That's
it.
very, very thick. These are your terrain pieces for making your walls. And then I'm going to show you, because we show you a lot of sprues when we open these. A sprue is like the plastic cast pieces. I want to actually show you what they look like when you start putting them together. So we're going to do that next. we took the time to take the Ultramarines and Death Guard, the Plague Marines, out and assemble them.
Taking this from you first.
Not yet. We're gonna pack it back up. So these are Plague Marines. There's 7 of them.
So gross.
And we're gonna I'm gonna have Hannah hold some of these up in front of the camera. Special thank you to JoJo and Jack for assembling these. That's beautiful. Look at the artwork of those miniatures.
Do they all have monstrous stomachs?
No. But I mean, would it be Nurgle if... Right? Jared's in there like fangirling over 40K. Loves it. Don't blame him. Here, you're gonna show that one off. And then we got the Ultramarines, of course.
Oh, that's a power fist.
That is.
That thing is, whew.
Look at this Stormbolter.
Ooh.
It's crazy. Here, show him this Intercessor. It's a good one. And maybe the Sniper.
Is this a flail of spiky heads?
Yep. So when these came, these were in sprues just like the ones for Emberguard that I showed you, but they're on a green sprue or a blue sprue, so you know which is which. You still need to prime them and paint them before you play with them. We're gonna leave these out for a minute because we're gonna come back to talking about paints. Maybe we won't. Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
We're recording. Can you make sure that door's shut all the way?
Thanks, Hannah.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Apparently somebody wanted to come check out the studio. So, with these, they're very small from top down, but you can see from the side, they're very large, like compared to my
They're
hand.
stocky boys.
They're very stocky. And this is all you need to play that particular
Papers
game.
in tatters.
Isn't it? It's incredible. All right, let's go ahead and put these up and bring out the rest while we still have a little bit of time left.
Of course I would. Of course I would.
I always find the one thing to hit.
That happens. And then let's slide this back into the box so we can put it up. It's not every day you get walked into in the middle of a live stream. It's fantastic. We're pretty popular back here. Everybody wants to come see the studio. So let's look at the next one. This is a box set that recently came out. This is the Blood Angels Combat Patrol. Can you give me the box first? So this is what it looks like when you find it on the shelf, right? This contains a whole team of Blood Angels. If you want, let's show them this part. Right there. I don't know how well they can see that. Guess you can't see it that well. Anyway, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 14 Ultramarines of the Blood Angels faction. Yeah, go ahead. So what that comes with is just the sprues and the pamphlet that tells you how to assemble them. I'm going to show you what they look like assembled. Would you mind handing me those? Not those, but the ones that are assembled. Slide it this way. So inside that box are sprues for all of them, and then you have this guide. And the guide also has a tank in it. I don't know where the tank is. I think it's in the other room. Actually, yes. Jared, yeah. Can you go in the room over by the other bathroom? I left the tank. Can you grab it for us? We actually primed one so you can see what they look like primed. But you can see these instructions are really simple. It can seem overwhelming at first, especially when they tell you there's multiple options. But you just pick what you think is cool or what you want to be able to play with. You give them the weapon that you want them to have, and that's it. So this goes through everything in the entire set and how to set it up. And let's go ahead and pull those out and show them off.
Yes.
Thank you, Jared. You want to say hi to everybody? This is our man behind the scenes. This is Jared.
Hello.
He's back there in the booth right now. Oh, look, you messed up our chroma key.
Oh, did I?
That is fault.
Fine.
You hit a light.
Thank you so much. So if you look how this one is darker and a little more smooth than the others, this one has been primed. I just primed it with a gunmetal gray. What color was this? It was like Mechanicus gray or something like that from Citadel.
Sounds right.
So I used the Citadel primers for it. It's a beautiful little hover tank.
He's got a cape too. I like it.
Yep, he's a psyker.
Oh my god, his sword looks so cool.
So
And he's
these
got a
are
hard skull.
Blood Angels. You want to show off some of these? So these are assembled. We cut them out of the sprues and glued them together, but they have not been primed or painted. The primer that we used on these was the Citadel primer. We do carry also Vallejo paints. We carry Army Painter, Turbo Dork.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Turbo Dork.
Yeah, how can you forget a name like Turbo Dork?
You think fast and silly, and then you forget which fast word and which silly word it was.
Yep. So that's beautiful. These are assembled. So the sprues that you saw in the other game, the Ember Guard game, these come in sprues like those. You follow the guide to glue them together. We sell a plastic glue. I do not recommend super glue. Super glue sticks to your fingers. It'll leave fingerprints on your minis. It is very difficult to work with. I specifically, in assembling these, used the Citadel plastic glue. It takes
Highly
about
recommend.
10 seconds. You put it together, you count to 10, you let go, and it's stuck. You have a working time after that of maybe 30 seconds to a minute if you want to adjust a piece. It's not instantaneous. It still maintains some flexibility. But it doesn't stick to your fingers at all, or paper towels. It
And
only
it's-
sticks to plastic.
It's just the right viscosity for the really fine detailed bits. Like
Very
if you're
much
like
so.
me, you bumped something, maybe you need to reattach a blade. It's delicate enough that you can do that, and it looks good.
Now, once you've primed your mini, you can't glue anything to it with the plastic glue. Then you would have to use super glue. But if you happen to break one, which does occasionally happen from time to time, you can take the raw bits and just put one drop of the plastic glue, push it back together, count to 10, done. It is amazing. So let's go ahead and what else do we have over there?
We have Blood Angel data cards.
Oh, cool, let's show those off. Along with the Blood Angels Combat Patrol, we also have the data cards. So when you are playing, these are quick reference guides. Some people like to have them laid out on the table. Some people use their phone or their tablet. I prefer to have the cards. I like to have something hard and tangible to look at and play with myself. And this one we're not gonna open. This is the most recent Tau army. This is the Retaliation Cadre. I'm not gonna open it because it's just pieces on a sprue still, but the end result looks like this. Giant alien robots. Enough said. The Tau are one of the few factions that are close to being good guys. So I felt that it was appropriate to showcase them. Can I give you the tank as well, please? Thank you so much. And with that, you can find all of these here at Guard Tower West or at Guard Tower East. We get in shipments of Warhammer goods, I think weekly, every week or two.
Sounds about right.
We get more. There's a lot, but we have tons of it. So please come over, check it out, look at it on our shelves. There's people here to play with. If you want to learn how to play, we can teach you. And with that, there's one last thing that I want to show off. This is a paint set. I have been using these paints recently, and I'm very happy with them. So a lot of people...
Big boy.
Yeah, I'm actually going to open it and show you what the inside of the kit looks like. You want to open that?
Okay.
So painting can be a long process, and you do have to prime everything. But when you're worrying about all the different types of mixes, whether you want to brush it or dry brush or spray it or any kind of the details and putting contours, it can be a very time-consuming process. And with that, Army Painter has released the Speed Paint line. The thing that I like about this, they're kind of thin, so they do work for dry brushing. But the way that the paint pools, it's sort of self-contouring. And we're actually going to feature some of this being used on an episode of Tabletop Scholar very soon. But I wanted to show you what's in the box. There is a little bit of everything. So they have a paint guide. If you are a total novice, this is not going to turn you into Michelangelo. What this will do is teach you some appropriate techniques to get the most bang for your buck when you're painting your minis. Everything from how to apply the paint, how to put everything, how to clean your brushes, how to tape off the parts like right here that you don't want to get things on as you're working. This is just a big sticker with some of your basic paints on it. Now, this kind of got knocked all over the place. I might have dropped it. But you can see there's quite a bit of paint in here, and if you listen, they all already have mixing balls in them. So it only takes a very short bit to get a true color, and you'll always continue to get a true color. And there it goes. Rigor Mortis is the name of that color. So if you'll notice on each bottle, there's 3 colors on a cube. And if you paint the first coat, you get that color. The second coat, you get that color. Third coat, you get that color. That's pretty much it.
Neat.
Or when it
I like
pulls up, it gets darker like that, and it contours around the edges. You do have to shake them well, as with any paint, but with the mixing ball already in every bottle, it's pretty easy. And then it also comes with brushes. This is Speed Paint Medium for controlling your color and diluting it. So you don't just add water, like you can actually use measured controlled drops on your palette. You can control how many drops of each piece of paint you get. Using this with the wet palette, it is spectacular and on par with anything else that I've seen. I'm very happy with it, and we are going to show this off in a, like I was saying, in a future episode of Tabletop Scholar. We're going to sit down with a professional miniature artist and see what he thinks of speed paint. I know he doesn't really use speed paint, but Chris, if you're watching this, I want to get your honest impression of speed paint because I'm really enjoying it. And I have a big ask.
Okay.
Can you put the bottles back into these? Thank you so much, Hannah. And with that, I believe that concludes everything we have on this episode of Shiny New Toys. So thank you for watching. I'm James.
I'm Ash.
And we'll see you next time.